Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Great League Remix, and let's run a different team. We got the Jellicent pair with the Guzzlord, and we got the Shadow Gligar in the back. They switch out into the Cresselia eventually. We're going to throw this Crunch right back at this Cresselia. We do get a shield from our opponent, and now we can assume this is going to be the Moonblast, so we're just going to shield here. We do shield the correct Moonblast, and we avoid the debuff, so that is great step number one. Going to go for another Crunch here. We do get the second shield from our opponent. Now, we don't think that we're going to get KO'd on this next Moonblast, but they actually end up baiting, and that is going to lead us to get another Crunch off, and we do take out the Cresselia right there. So nice job by our Guzzlord winning back the switch. They're going to come back in with their Magnezone, go for the Wild Charge. They switch out immediately into the Gligar, and now we have the Jellicent with the shield versus this Gligar. Here we're going to throw on good timing. This Surf here will get this Gligar pretty low, not quite the KO. And now we have to tank another Aerial Ace. Now we can try to farm down. We don't get the farm down, unfortunately, so that was a bit of a wasted energy right there. They're going to be able to get to another move, and we're going to have to sack our Guzzlord for this situation because we know that they have the Aerial Ace ready. But now it clears the way for our Gligar. We're going to have to let this go. It ends up being the Mirror Shot. Do we avoid the debuff? We do avoid the debuff. We're going to throw this Dig on good timing, and this is going to take out the Magnezone quite easily, and now we're going to be able to win the game right there. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game, winning back the switch, basically. That was the key to that game. So Guzzlord coming in clutch right there. All right, next we're going to have the Empoleon versus the Jellicent. Here they switch out into the Knockdown, so we're just going to have to switch out into our Guzzlord as it's kind of our tanky Pokemon. It is able to tank most of the moves, obviously double weak to Fairy, but here we don't have to worry about any Fairy moves except for their Sky Attack, which we can survive easily. We're going to go for an attack. We get them into the low red and looking to get a farm down. No farm down, unfortunately. So we're going to have to shield here to save all this energy. This energy here is at least is going to go to somewhat of a use against this Empoleon, as we are able to get to that Crunch to do some neutral damage. But now we have to face a Dedenne. Dedenne, knowing the Play Rough move, is able to chunk away at the Gligar. We're going to go for the Aerial Ace bait, trying to get to another move here, but they do snipe our energy. This is going to be a Discharge, taking out the Gligar, unfortunately. And now we have a weird situation. One shield Dedenne versus our entire team left is not looking good. We're going to have to try to get another shield here. We're going to go for the Surf. We do get the shield, and we try to catch a move. Oh, unfortunately, we try to catch that move right there and did not go through. One Discharge does take us out. Okay, they actually switch out and allow us to farm just a little bit. We take out this Empoleon. We try to get to another move, but they already have enough energy for another move here. And now our Guzzlord has to win this. Is it going to be enough? No, not quite enough. Oh, actually, yes, it is. We are able to win that with the Guzzlord beating the Fairy type. So that's the tankiness that we're talking about. Guzzlord able to resist all of those electric moves, but also doing just enough that our Dragon Tail does take out that Dedenne. So that was a wild game right there. Here we try to catch a Shadow Punch, but they did not throw it. And they're going to switch out into the Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz, pretty interesting switch here. It can only throw Aerial Aces here, as we are able to throw these Dragon Claws. And plus we're doing neutral fast moves as well. Here we're going to be able to tank this Aerial Ace really easily. Now we're looking for the farm down. No farm down, but we're going to throw the move as soon as we have it. They do end up shielding, which is interesting. So we're going to match the shield here and keep this Guzzlord fairly healthy. They have a Mantine lurking in the back. We're going to go for this Cruncher, looking for a potential debuff. No debuff, but they are able to farm us down. So we're going to go back in with our Jellicent. Jellicent here is going to be able to tank all the moves. We're going to have to go for this Aerial Ace. So they have enough energy for 2 Aerial Aces. Gets us into the low red. We're going to throw this. Okay, we're going to have to let this one go, as the Aerial Ace does take us out. And now we're looking to get the farm down with our Gligar. No farm down. And we're going to have to just tank the move here. Aerial Ace goes through. They have the Haunter with a lot of energy, so this is not looking good. Okay, they actually switch out and give us a little bit of more energy, but they are able to come back in with a Shadow Punch ready. We do survive it. We have 2 Aerial Aces ready. Will this be enough to take us out? One shield goes down, another Aerial Ace goes through. Is this enough to take out the Shadow? Yes. Sorry, not the Shadow Haunter. Our Shadow Gligar using the Aerial Ace able to take out that Haunter. So GG's to our opponent, able to wiggle out of that situation. Gligar just storing up a ton of energy and just firing back off at the end game. But they did allow us to have that win condition, switching out and letting us farm just a little extra right there. So we were able to be patient enough. Oh, a little bit of a restart here. So yeah, this team here is ABB to electric types. We're trying to avoid the electric type with the Jellicent, but if we do, we have the Guzzlord and Gligar for that situation. So this Jellicent versus the Carbig is pretty decent. This is where we want to see it. Here, we're going to have to throw on good timing so we can get as many... Okay, we do shield the Moonblast right there to keep this Jellicent healthy. We do avoid the debuff, which is great. We're going to go for another Surf right after our fast move. This is probably going to get a shield. Yep, makes sense right there. And now we're going to try our best to survive this next move, I believe. Rock Slide goes through. We do survive it. And then we're going to throw this Surf as soon as we have it. Finally takes out the Carbing, so now we don't have to deal with that. We're going to switch out into the Guzzlord. They counter swap into the Mandibuzz. So they have the Cresselia Mandibuzz backline. This Guzzlord is able to do some neutral fast move and Dragon Claws. So we're gonna have to just tank this Aerial Ace and then throw this Dragon Claw right before they get to another move. I don't think this Dragon Claw takes it out. Yeah, it doesn't take it out. It gets into the low red. Now, can we farm down from this range here? So 1, 2, we are able to farm down. They are forced to switch out into the Cresselia. So we're going to throw a Cruncher, doing some good damage right there. And now our opponent is forced to use some energy. This is going to be a Grass Knot, but we do have a Crunch ready. So we're going to get this last shield, or it's going to get the KO. Okay, and now we're going to just, since we got the debuff, we just stay in a little bit longer. Okay, and then our opponent here is able to farm us down, so they're going to be able to get to this Grass Knot right here. We're looking for the farm down. We do get the farm down, and they're going to have to come back in with another Grass Knot, I believe. But the Grass Knot is not enough, and it allows us to farm it down with our Shadow Gligar. So GG's to our opponent, able to avoid that Carbing in the back, and that Guzzlord just absolutely wrecking their backline. You know, basically dealing up crunches towards that Cresselia and debuffing them. All right, this is not the best situation. We're trying to catch a move. Unfortunately, don't get the catch. They switch out into the Annihilate. But Annihilate here, pretty decent against our Guzzlord if they have the Ice Punch. Even if they don't, they're still doing some good fast move damage. We drew the shield right here. Ends up being the Shadow Ball, so they reveal that they don't have the Ice Punch. So we're just going to go for the Farm Down. Farm Down allows us to get to a Dragon Claw right here. We're trying to get to another Dragon Claw. Okay, so we get to 2 Dragon Claws here to throw back at this Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz here gets it into the yellow. Still in a bad situation, as this Mandibuzz is certainly going to have a move after this Surf goes through. You have to tank that. And let's see, do we want to try to... Okay, they actually switch out into the Venusaur. Venusaur here versus our Gligar down his shield is still kind of tough. Right there, we're going to have to survive enough so that we can get to 2 Aerial Aces, but you can see here we're not going to be able to get to 2 Aerial Aces, and this is all but over. Unfortunately, 2 Shield Venusaur is able to beat that Gligar. And then here, we're going to have to try to get to 2 moves. We'll go for 1 Surf here. This Surf will take out the Venusaur, but they realize that they can just save the shield for this Mandibuzz, and unfortunately, down goes the Jellicent. So GG's to our opponent. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.